Today, we're going to talk about something we all think we know inside and out: reading. But what if I told you the very idea of a book is about to change forever? The future of storytelling is getting personal, it's getting immersive, and it's happening a lot faster than you think. Let's dive in. Just take a second and think about that. Your favorite book, your favorite world. Now imagine not just reading the words on a page, but actually stepping inside of it. This isn't just a cool catchphrase, it's the core promise of the technology we're about to unpack. A future where that line between the reader and the story just completely dissolves. So to really get a handle on where we're heading, it helps to know where we've been, because we're standing on the edge of reading's next great leap. And honestly, it could be just as big a deal as the invention that brought books to the world in the first place. For centuries, the way we got our stories changed, but reading itself was, pretty consistent. We started with these beautiful, handwritten manuscripts, but they were only for a select few. Then, boom, the printing press in 1440 brings stories to the masses. Fast forward to the 2000s, and e-readers put a whole library in our backpack. Each one was a revolution. But what's happening right now with AI and augmented reality, it's on a whole other level. We're not just changing the container anymore, we're changing the story itself. And let's be super clear about this. This isn't just a small upgrade. The jump from a flat, static page to a living, interactive world, it's a massive one. We are literally witnessing the reinvention of what it means to read. So, how in the world does this all work? Well, let's start with the first huge piece of the puzzle: artificial intelligence. You can think of AI as your own personal storyteller, one that crafts a narrative that's built specifically and uniquely for you. This chart nails the difference perfectly. A traditional story is a one-way street, right? The author writes it, you read it. It's a fixed path from A to B. But an AI-powered story, that's a two-way conversation. The story isn't just talking at you anymore. It's actively listening and responding to you. And this isn't just theory. Imagine you're reading a mystery, and the AI notices you love high-stakes action. So it dynamically dials up the suspense just for you. Or get this. Characters could actually change their dialogue based on your reactions. The plot itself could shift and rearrange, all based on what you find most engaging. The story becomes this living, breathing thing. And here's the absolute key takeaway. Your role as a reader completely flips. You go from being a passive bystander to an active participant, a co-creator in the narrative. You're now part of the story's DNA. Okay, so if AI is the brain of this whole new experience, then augmented reality, or AR, is the body. It's the tech that works the magic of pulling the story right off the page and dropping it into the world around you. Just picture this for a second. You're deep into a fantasy epic. You look up from your book or your device, and there it is. The dragon from the story is literally soaring across your living room. Or maybe you're reading about history, and suddenly, the historical figures you're learning about are walking right there beside you. That's the power of AR. It makes the imaginary real. Suddenly, reading isn't just about processing text anymore. By bringing in sight and sound, AR creates this incredibly deep, memorable, and emotionally powerful connection to what you're reading. It becomes an experience. Okay, so let's put these two titans together. You've got the hyper-personalized stories from AI combined with the jaw-dropping, immersive worlds of AR. What does that actually mean for the good old-fashioned book? Well, it means we have to rethink, everything. And here's the kicker. This isn't some far-off, 50 years from now sci-fi dream. The predictions say this kind of reading experience could be mainstream, totally commonplace by 2030. That's just a few years away. So your bookshelf of the future might not be made of wood. Imagine it more like a virtual gallery, a portal where your stories live. And each book isn't a static object. It's an experience that can grow, change, and offer you something new every single time you step inside. Naturally, when the medium changes this much, our definition of what it means to be literate has to change too. The skills you'll need to navigate these new story worlds are way different than just reading words on a page. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Doesn't all this technology just do the imagining for us? Doesn't it kill creativity? Well, the argument is that it's actually the exact opposite. Instead of replacing our imagination, these tools can be a launchpad for it, giving us incredible new ways to play with and understand ideas. And that brings us to this new concept, immersive literacy. Think of it as the new reading comprehension. It's not just about understanding text, it's the skill of navigating a dynamic world, making choices that matter, and processing all these layers of visual and sensory information at once. And it's so important to remember this is an evolution, not a replacement. I mean, think about it. Movies didn't kill the novel, did they? Of course not. They just gave us a brand new, incredible medium for storytelling. AI and AR are simply the next chapter, adding these rich, personal dimensions to an art form that's as old as we are. So, we are on the brink of a world where stories are no longer trapped on pages, but are experiences we can literally walk into and live. The question really isn't if this is going to happen, but when it does. What story will you choose to live first?